Ahlan wa sahlan wa nishma, good proverbial day. I'm really glad to have you guys here. I'm really excited to be doing this review. This is the Shishavac or Hookatec by Hookatec. So, boom, boom, she's a beauty. Alright, so I've been wanting to bust this out for a while. And I used to work with one of these when I was, when I'm working in the industry and everything. I used to have a couple of these guys, and they are really, really useful. And I'll be going over both the uses and applications for them personally, as well as the uses and applications from a business perspective. And this is what you're getting. This is what the package looks like prior to opening it, obviously. This is the Shishavac. It does look a lot like a boombox. For those of you guys who do not know, the Shishavac is a pretty cool technology. What it does is it is something that can start pipes / stoke pipes for you. It can start coals going for you. It can clean your pipes for you. So it's a pretty useful little piece of tech. And I'll get into kind of all those different parts of its capabilities as we go through. A lot of what I'm going to be giving you guys information-wise is based off of not only my today's experience with this, but also having worked with this in the industry for a while and having used these guys on a regular basis. First things first, you have your awesome little getting started starters kit guide here. Pretty cool. The first level, you get this this packaging, and this gives you an idea of some of the stuff that you have here. So we have in here, this is the handle that's going to be going to your coal tray. This is one of the vents that's going to be going, because the cool thing is, when it comes to cleaning hoses, some people say, oh, wash it out with water. Terrible idea. It works on some hoses, but not all hoses, and the differences are pretty dramatic. So you have to use a hose that is actually waterproof if you want to wash it out with water. Otherwise, what's going to end up happening is, a lot of times people, when they smoke, they get a little bit of particulate in the pipe, and they're thinking like, oh man, it's Shisha coming through. It's not. What that is it's the inside of your pipe kind of just getting destroyed. So it's kind of rotting out. So that's what you're inhaling is usually a little bit of wood particulate from the wood that's been swelling and contracting based on the water that's been in there. Sometimes you have a little bit of wire, so it can be a little bit of rust, or it can be like a little bit of shredding from the casing. But no matter how you cut it, that particulate is not a good thing. People say like, how am I supposed to clean it then? Well, two options. One, get a waterproof hose that you feel free to clean it out with water. Or two, use your regular hose, but use air compression to clean it out. And the air compression is really important. And that's one of the things that makes the Shishavac really come into its own. Because it does use its own air source and it uses a compression, but it also has a filter that it's going to be blasting that air through, and that's what's going to be, cleaning it up for you and making it so it's all that type of stuff. Speaking of the devil, here's the filter. And these are replaceable. You can get them from the internet and from Hookatec's website directly, so that's pretty cool. It's important to be able to replace this stuff, especially when you're talking about long time use and the longevity. So, bust this out. This is going to be the coal basket, okay? It says in the review, when you watch not the review, but in the little trailer or blurb for this thing, the Shishavac, it says that the tray gets up to 800 degrees Celsius. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't stuck a thermometer or my hand inside to find out. But what I can tell you is that it does get the coals started, all right? And I'll go into a little bit more detail on that in a second once I have this all put together and kind of packed together, all right? So this is the aluminum tray that's going to be on the bottom of your cool case, all right? It's just going to drop right in here like this, all right? You can see that your tabs are facing up. Coming inside, tabs are facing up, coming inside, right there, right? And so it's just kind of sitting there. The other way you'll be able to tell is there's a little bit of a divot at the bottom. That goes on the bottom, okay? So that's in there like this. This is the handle for this guy. And you'll notice that it comes off. So the idea is, it's in there, you can take your coal out, whatever, and then put on your tray and take the handle off. And the reason why is because of how it's going to fit in the machine, and I'll show you guys that in a second. Alright, and then you have the final part, which is also very important. This is the tray that the coal basket's going to go on. So the idea is, right, you take your coal basket, you just took it out of the the Shishavac itself. You have this guy right here. My hand obviously would be a table or whatnot, what have you, and then this just rests right here, so you can take it outside, all that stuff, have it next to you, it's really convenient. You can just have it, sitting on the table next to you, what have you, and be able to take that back and forth and not worry about burning a hole into the table or rubber or wood or anything like that, leaving any cool marks or scorches, anything like that. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty useful. It's nice that it's nice and self-contained. All right. I'm gonna take this final part off. This is the screen that we're going to be putting in the machine itself. Alright, so styrofoam clean. You guys can see I removed all the parts from that. So let's get down to the beast of it. Here she is. In all of her wrapped foams, packaged goodness. Alright, let's take this guy out of here. Okay, as I said, it does look a little bit like a boombox. Kind of see like where the speakers would be and all that fun stuff. Boombox might be an outdated term this day and age. That would have been the equivalent of like an iHome for you kids nowadays. Alright, let's get this bad boy open. Alright. Anyway. Alright, so first things first, first impressions. Definitely is got a nice bit of heft to it. You can tell this is a real piece of machinery. It's not just an aluminum piece of crap that was made in China. That feels like you could, throw it across 500 baseball fields or whatever, football fields. All right, so let's get started and putting this thing together and kind of show you guys how this all works. First things first, this plate comes off the top. The idea with the plate is that it's supposed to make it so that all that stuff that you're spraying back into the air is it's going to be cleaned again. So that's where this filter comes back into play, right? And you're going to pop this filter in here, just like this. All right. So you can see how the filter is going to be going back in, right? And if you guys are looking for a way to tell how it's supposed to fit in there, right? So you got, this is what it looks like before, and then it's going to fit right in here, and that's going to be after. Now, if you're looking for ways to fit it in, then to realize the way it's supposed to go in, again, these tabs coming off the top here, 1, 2, 1, 2, those go down, and that divot is made to give space for the thumb place here. So you know that the divots has to go on that side, right? All right, cool. So that's where you take this guy in, put him right in there, drop it in. I'm gonna take the little stickers off because I don't need the stickers. And I'm just gonna drop this bad boy right back on here. So now you can see my filter is in, you can see the filter through the black, all that stuff. And again, that's so that when this thing is, you have your coals go in here primarily, so when any of that waste is coming off or that smoke is coming off, that's gonna be, getting filtered through here a little bit, all right? Now the second filter that you have here, the one that I showed you guys, which is the air filter, it looks much like an air filter would in, an air conditioning unit, things like that, or one of those like little screen ones. This, obviously, take out of the plastic wrap. It's not going to do a whole lot of good filtering in plastic wrap, right? So we'll just get that done like that. And then it's going to be going right here on the side. All right. So this guy is going to be going right in here. You are going to need a Phillips head screwdriver though, guys, not a flathead, so keep that in mind when you're looking for your screwdrivers. Lift off. Okay, so screw there, washer there, so you can put those back on. So again, guys, if you know at any point you do have to replace your air filter, this is going to have to come back out. I honestly, when I have mine set up, I don't keep the screw in. I just think it's kind of a waste of time, but feel free to keep it in, it's up to you. So then what we do is we're going to take this guy, which is your filter, and we're going to slide that into this like so. Snaps right into place so you can see the air filter, and then we're going to put it right back in. So there we go. So filter's back in place, and the nice thing is you can see it's not really in any danger of coming out or being loose or anything like that. Alright, so we got this bad boy plugged in, and we can turn it on for you guys and give you guys a bit of a demo on how some of the stuff works. So, power button, green light goes on, very convenient, indicates that the machine is in fact on, very useful. Alright, so I was kind of talking about the ins and outs of the machine, if you will, and notice that one of these says in and the other one says out. So, the idea is, when you're starting a pipe, this is a pipe, you can take this, your male end here, put it in here, and hear it actually bubbling, right? I don't have a bowl on the top right now, but you can hear it bubbling. And you can, so say I'm working at a restaurant, or I'm working at a hookah place, I need it to go faster, right? You can just turn it up. And I'll actually let you guys hear the progression. So there's the light, and you can hear it, and you can take it all the way up. So that gives you an idea of how you can kind of start getting it bubbling and all that type of stuff. That's going to stoke the pipe and get the coals ready to go for you as well, in terms of being perfectly and ideally smokable. So when you're done with your night at the end, you have your hose and you're going to be cleaning it off. You insert one side into the inside, and then when you insert the second side into the outside, that's what makes the machine stay on for 5 seconds in the cleaning phase. It's a cleaning cycle, right? So alright, you can see I'm still pushing in, so that's the machine cycling on its own. Now, they say 5 seconds, it seems like a really long 5 seconds to me, but at the end of the day, having a little bit extra time is just going to be making sure that you get a little bit more of that particulate out and anything that isn't clean out of there. Alright, so that is definitely pretty useful. Alright, the out is what you're going to be using to clean the actual and evaporate the inside. So, this guy, I literally just took it out of water, still a few little drops or whatever. Say I cleaned it out with everything, this is me wrapping up the end of the night. I'm going to put it on the outside like this, and it's going out all the extra water that's in there, right? And the idea is these are metal, you don't want them to rust, so that's going to help keep out anything that's bad or harmful and keep your pipes smoking healthy for a long time. So you have your cleaning attachment for cleaning out the actual base or the stem, if you will. You have the two in conjunction with each other to clean out your hose. You have the left side with the in to make sure that you are cleaning out to start your pipes as well. And then you have your center console here, which is your coal basket. And just to give you an idea, if you were to turn that on, I don't have a coal tray in there at the moment, as you can see, but obviously you won't be able to feel it get hot, but I'll be able to feel it get hot. But it's going to start getting hot. You're going to start seeing, my coils turn red here. And you do have the light here that indicates that you are, in fact, cooking some coals right now. So at the end, I'm going to fast forward this a little bit and get it so you can hear the end sound. But when it finishes or whatever, you're going to hear a beep, beep, beep. That beep, beep, beep allows you and lets you know that the coals are done and you're ready. And the idea is with this, guys, that you could be doing multiple things, have this going on in the background, have all of the coals going, all that type of stuff, and finish making your flavor, have your coals done, put them on, kind of expedite the process a little bit. So that's the Shishavac. That's the little to-do we have on it. I hope you guys get the opportunity to try one out for yourselves if you like this type of thing or find something that's very similar to it. Remember, it's part compressor, part coal starter. Pretty darn awesome. I don't know if you guys can see in there, but you probably see that we're starting to get some heat on that coil. So this gives you an idea of the fact that that's getting out. And because there's that like a little bit of raised lip, when you look at this guy, you have this here that fits around there very, very nicely. There's your beep, beep, beep. So that gives you an idea that the coals are actually done. So the breakdown is this, right? A lot of places have compressors in them when you're looking at professional establishments. Those compressors are used to clean out the hose or give it a little before you give it out to your clientele. I think this is better. 1, it cleans hoses. 2, it actually cleans down stems, or it will help evaporate them out. 3, it starts pipes, and that's what I use this for. So when it comes to starting pipes and making sure that you get a consistent smoking experience with a good lung of smoke every single time, and getting to that point where your pipe's ready to go, I would give this an A. Which is extremely high on my ranking of things. When it comes to being a coal basket, I would probably go more with like a C range or a D plus range. So that should give you guys an idea of what I'm using this for. I'm really excited to have busted this out. It means I'm going to be able to clean some things up and get some demos going on that stuff as well. And I will be doing a follow-up review, as I said, showing you how this thing will start a pipe and stoke a pipe and all that fun stuff. But you're going to have to stay tuned and come back next time to see that. Alright? So, I hope you guys enjoyed our unboxing video. Again, I'm going to give it an A. I'll give it like a 94 on my scale. So I'm going to give it an A for starting pipes and for cleaning pipes and for that type of stuff, but a D in terms of a coal basket itself. I would recommend getting a different burner if you're looking for something to light up coals and start coals specifically. But yeah, that's the Shishavac. This is Ben for Hubbly Bubbly Brewery, signing off, saying ciao for now.